There we go. We are live. What's up, YouTube? We are back once again with episode 52 of the Super Deformed Gamescast. As always, I am one of your hosts, John, and with me, look at the size of this panel tonight. We've got a really big group tonight. This is awesome. Almost everybody's here. The only thing we're missing is Gabe and Steve may be along later, and I don't know where Gabe is. We miss you, Gabe, wherever you are out in Twitter land. But look at the rest of these guys. The spiritual expansion packs to my $60 release. That's how I look at these guys.
Nice.
Happy. I am so happy to have such a big crowd tonight. How's everybody doing?
I'm conscious.
That's all. Hey, that's a plus, man. I like that. I like to hear it. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and you know what? We're going to start with our special guest tonight, Tony Polanco from the Throwdown. It's been too long since you've been on with us, man.
Yeah, dude, thank you for having me on. Yeah, it's been, I don't even remember the last time I was on, like maybe a year ago or something?
It was maybe a year ago. Yeah, I think we were like
6 months.
Yeah, something like that. We hadn't been doing this for very long.
No, he was one of our first guests, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're still just as bad, don't worry.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Shit hasn't gotten any better. I guarantee you it hasn't gotten any better. Nope.
Yeah, it's just more people. It's like twice of you guys now. You know, before it was like 3 of you dudes. You know,
yeah.
So it's cool for me to be back, because I remember like you just hit me up on Twitter one day, like we had just started talking, like, hey, you want to be on my podcast? I'm like, sure, let's do it. Like that's all I needed, you know.
Yeah, Tony had no fucking idea who we are or who we were at the time. He was like, "What's that podcast?" Whatever.
Let's talk some fucking video games.
Yeah, we're talking about video games. Cool, let's go. But yeah, man, like I've been very, very impressed by the growth of the channel. Like you guys have even surpassed Throwdown, which is very impressive. You know, so very, very good on that. You know, but seriously though, it's very inspirational to see the fucking hustle you guys put in all the time. You know, it's great. You know, like it's a good example for other podcasters to like, yo, this is how you do it. See, there's no real bullshit here. They just give you some fun shit, you know? I'm going to talk about that in a bit, because I've had this thing on my mind about, like, we do things a certain way, I would say a more professional way, and then other dudes do shit kind of stupidly and they get more hits. I'm like, what? How does that work? But anyway, I'm happy to be here. Let's talk about some fucking games.
Wait till JT starts drawing dicks on Jeff's face and we'll talk about professionalism again.
Yeah, you say that now. It goes downhill fast.
Yeah, that shit lasts about 5 minutes before the jig is up. But Tony, it's awesome to have you again, man. And off to the left, we've got the most eligible bachelor on the podcast, Brandon, who's looking very pensive tonight.
Thank you.
You got a very thoughtful look on your face, man. What's going on? What's going on in that head of yours?
I feel very pensive.
You do. You look very pensive, man. I'm not really sure what that means. I'm just trying to up my vocabulary.
You must be close to ranking up in Overwatch or something.
No,
he's really driven right now.
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't want to. Okay, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, so we'll wait for that. JT, what's up, buddy? I'm glad you're here.
What's going on? I'd like to point out that this is a very special occasion. Jeff and I are in the same podcast together for once in the past.
It's been a long time.
6 months, yeah.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. The only other time was when he was drawing shit on my face.
Right. Yeah.
And that was what, 3 months ago? I think it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
The old snake, his cigar and eye patch and stuff.
Thanks for that.
That was good times.
That was the episode we were having really, really bad technical. It took us like half an hour to go live, and we had a really, really.
You got to be more specific.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
Yeah. So every other week, basically. But we've also got Doc with us, our favorite dev, who actually I thought you were going to be on camera tonight, so I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, I couldn't get it working tonight, so I'm going to try next week.
It's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and continue to assume that you've been on camera this entire time and you're just a fucking
very
piece of iron. Yeah.
Piece of iron.
Nothing.
Nothing phases
System
me.
Shock 2 sucks.
Back.
I feel like once you get your camera working, it's going to be weird, like not seeing that picture anymore.
Yeah, I'm expecting you to look like that and just sit perfectly still on your mouth.
Jeff, you know what? I've got something. Just I'm so happy to have Jeff back. This is just for him. Jeff, we salute you.
Thank
Not
you.
out of your fucking DS.
It sounds like a very low bit rate or something.
It's pretty bad. That's the best version of the Canadian anthem I could find. So
I appreciate it. It's probably all our dollar can buy. So Take what I can get.
Well, I'm really happy you're here, man. On the same
Thanks.
podcast as JT, no less. And then we have Matt. Matt's got to be quiet. He's got to be really.
Oh no, I don't have to be quiet. The people in my room have to be quiet.
Oh, did you? All right. So have you told them to shut the fuck up?
Oh no, not yet. No.
Okay. Well,
If we get there, I will.
okay. Please do. I'm waiting for that. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Well, we got a full panel tonight. There's a lot to talk about, but as always, we're gonna start off by talking about the shit we've been playing this week, and we're gonna kick it off with Brandon, whom I am assuming is gonna want to talk about some Overwatch shit. So Brandon, let's hear it.
I hit the ladder there, and I did. I made Diamond League on PC.
Okay, so I haven't played as much Overwatch as you have. How big?
They changed. They use like numbers for season 1. Like you would be like 52 or fucking whatever like that. Now they changed it to like it's all in the thousands. So like, I don't know. Diamond League would be the equivalent of I think 60 rank in season 1.
Jeez,
it's like top 10%.
Why did you stop playing on PS4?
Because I double dipped on the PC version and it's so much better.
Playing with mouse and keyboard.
I mean, like the competition's higher. Just not just the competition. I mean, just the general skill level is higher in general. I don't know, like because I went back to my account is almost the same level on PS4, and I went back and I played there, and the games I was getting, I was just like, these people have no idea what is going on in the game at the same level that I was playing at the PC version, where it was a little bit higher. So I mean, it's what you would expect, but it just.
Well, damn,
like,
I was gonna pick it up again, but if you're on PC now, shit, maybe I have to pick it up on PC.
Maybe you do.
Better. It's definitely better.
It is better. I mean, it feels like a different game because the movement patterns on PS4 feel so lazy. Like people don't juke. People don't. They just run in a straight line. But on PC, you got people bunny hopping all over the place, and it's a better game.
You can actually aim where you want.
You can actually aim where you want. Characters that you would never even dream of playing with a controller become extremely viable.
I don't know, like maybe
such as kind of curious.
Hanzo, Mei,
Oh, yeah.
any projectile character, which is a lot of them.
What about Harambe? How does he play on PC?
Harambe's just as good on consoles as he is on PC.
See, I can't understand. Like, I understand that like people consider him a top tier character, and I never got it because I got my ass handed.
Although he doesn't really I know what you mean because
yeah,
he doesn't really have a place in the meta right now because Reinhardt is so good because of Anna's ult, and she can boost him, and he just goes in and starts swinging his hammer, and everyone dies. And then Zarya is just so good that if you're going to run 2 tanks, you're going to run Reinhardt and Zarya.
God, I need to get back into Overwatch.
Yeah,
It's changed. It doesn't feel like the same game that came out in May, because even just the changes that they've made and the way that the metagame has evolved and players have adopted new strategies as they've learned.
Speaking of Overwatch, what the hell is happening with Sombra? Did she ever get revealed?
Yeah, what is the deal with that?
There was a countdown for a countdown. And that
was like a month ago.
It was like a month ago, and that second countdown is now at like 70%.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. There's no excuse.
They're just gonna drag it out as long as possible.
It's super dumb, but hopefully it's worth the wait. It can't possibly be, but I just hope at least she's a useful character.
Brandon, since you've been playing so much Overwatch over the past 4 months. I'm curious, like what's coming out in the next month that you can actually see yourself moving away from Overwatch for, or is there anything?
Moving away, nothing.
Or at least temporarily.
Yeah, temporarily. Well, definitely Res Infinite is one of my most hyped games right now. Who doesn't fucking love Res? Is there anybody on this panel that's never played Res?
There's
I've never
probably
played Res.
God damn.
Oh, dog.
God damn.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I never played it.
Well, you guys,
Isn't it like a
it's
PlayStation exclusive thing? Like that would be why.
it was on Dreamcast.
Dreamcast
PS2,
exclusive.
Dreamcast,
It was on.
Oh, well, there it
360.
is. That's why
It was
I
on
haven't played it.
360. They did an
Oh.
HD version last gen.
Oh wait, I have that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Kinect game, right?
Yeah, Res has been ported almost as
that
many
was Child of
systems.
Eden. That's a different thing.
Oh no, I played Child of Eden. Yeah, that's
Okay, yeah. That's like a spiritual successor to Res, but it's not the same. Anyway,
Res has been ported to almost as many systems as Resident Evil 4 has, I think, at this point.
Res has been on a lot of systems, and it's going to be on PS4. It's only $30. It's got obviously fucking PSVR is like the big thing about it, but it's just fucking Res on a current gen platform that I have.
Wait till you
plugged
play it
into
on
my TV.
VR.
I don't know when I'm going to get a PSVR.
Res will hopefully be one of the games to get a VR.
I mean, Res is the killer app for PSVR at launch.
Is it a launch title though?
It is. It comes out
Is
like
it?
two. It comes out like
Riggs is
2
looking
weeks.
pretty good.
Oh yeah. Well,
I can't believe. Yeah, 2 weeks, dude. 2 weeks till
No one's
PSVR.
talking about it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
no,
looking-
no, nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, you'd think Sony would be hyping it up more, but
Has
they're just
anybody
not.
got it pre-ordered? Anybody buying it?
It's sold out. I would.
I
but
cancel mine.
It's $400, man. I'll be able to get that in like 6 months for at least. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, you figure you could probably get one in 6 months for like $275 or something.
Yeah, once Sony stops supporting it, you'll be able to get it. Real
Stop.
They're not supporting it now, bro.
What was that, Tony?
I think
I said they're not supporting it now. You don't see any ads for it and nothing.
There's nothing.
You know?
Yeah.
Isn't there like
It's gonna
there's
be-
an Until Dawn VR game coming out? I
Oh,
haven't-
man, I'm sorry. They have a Taco Bell thing going on with VR.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Like some Taco Bell bullshit.
I think it's one of those things that they're hoping is just going to build good word of mouth because they tried demoing it and they failed miserably.
They should base their ad campaign around not being involved in any way with Palmer Lucky.
You know, that's a whole other.
I
That's a whole other story. You know, like, yeah, I don't know if I would say it. I don't know if I'd say it demoed badly. I mean, I tried it and it was cool, but I mean, the problem is that it's such a.
Well, but you got to play it though. I'm talking about like their stage demo, like people like me that haven't got
Right.
their hands on it. Like I think they need to get it into the hands of people and start kind of building the buzz that way. But I think there's not a lot of excitement because just a lot of people like me have never had a chance to try it. I'm
Yeah,
assuming,
it's
or no
it's
one
not
wants it.
it's not anything that it's not anything that I need day one or even within the first 6 months or a year. I'm like, okay, it's cool, you know, whatever. I mean, I can certainly see the application for it, but I think there are far more applications for something like this outside of video games than there are within.
Yeah, I agree. I played some PSVR for the first time last week because I had played Oculus before, right? It was fine. Played some PSVR. It was fine too. Like you said, I wouldn't see myself getting day 1 or day 365 either. It's neat, but you know me, man. I like my TV. I like my controller. I don't really need that much other bullshit.
I don't
like,
want to own one. I just want to try it for a little while. Like, because I've never experienced VR. I've never gone
we're
to a.
supposed to be bringing it to stores like GameStops and stuff. So
Dude,
maybe
do I want to go to
look-
Best Buy and stick some sweaty ass fucking headset to like $100?
Yeah.
Do I? I don't know. Do I really?
So I had my concerns about that when I tried it out at GameStop, but that guy like practically dunked it in rubbing alcohol before he put it on my head. Yeah.
I definitely want to try it out because VR seems super cool. I just
I
don't
want to try out the Drive Club thing where you have the 1-to-1 steering wheel and all that. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah,
But
Drive
then-
Club is my killer app right now because I fucking love that game anyway.
I mean, the image quality is going to be, I think, the big thing. If you have something taking you out of that experience, like this isn't real, like a screen door effect or the resolution jaggy, something like that, then that's where I think the problem with PSVR and this current gen of VR headsets is.
They all have screen dooring though. It's like not really anything anybody can control.
I just want to be in the same room as somebody using PSVR so I can give them the helicopter dick and they'll never know it. Like that's all I really care about.
I know what we're not doing at E3.
But so we'll go ahead and JT, what are you playing this week, man?
Just mostly Monster Hunter 4U for 3DS. I've been traveling a lot. Just got back from Chicago. Gonna be in Nevada.
Well, hold on, wait,
tomorrow.
JT, you were in Chicago and you didn't burst into flames?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
St. Louis Blues fan. By the way, if you haven't voted in the SCGC favorite hockey team on an official Twitter, you should totally go do that.
So that Oilers, who the fuck is voting for the Oilers? Stop voting for the Oilers. That's some bullshit right there.
I figured out how to hack your poll. I'm
You
sorry.
got to be kidding me.
If you go and look at it, there's a bunch of little eggs that are all Jeff created.
Oh, that's
I
bullshit.
didn't actually do that. Just to clarify, I don't have that much
Well,
time.
still, I don't know what's up with all the Oilers votes, but I'll tell you what. If the Chicago Blackhawks win, we'll do a giveaway for some next week. If the Blackhawks win on that poll, we'll give something away next week on the show. To be determined. I'm just saying. I'm not above bribing. But anyway, JT, what else?
I don't know what I can offer for the Blues on that one. But, that's about it, man. I got back and I played a little bit of Forza Horizon 3, a little bit of Rocket League, but mostly just on the go Monster Hunter. And that game pulled me back in, man. It's got a solid 4U actually has a solid, not story, but it's like progression system where you're constantly getting something new. So like I've just built my airship, and so I can travel to a new place. Like the palicos, getting all the collecting palicos and Those are like the little cat things that help you out in your missions. That's fun to get like new ones because you can like find them like in the levels and stuff. I don't know. It's just like it's got a core hook to like you go out and you kill monsters, come back, upgrade your stuff, and it's really good to play. Just on the go whenever. Pick it up for 5 minutes or in the hotel room for an hour or so before bed. So
awesome.
That's about it.
All right, man. Doc, what are you up to this week?
I've been playing mostly some Destiny. Wanted to play some other games, but I spent most of the weekend rebuilding my entire apartment, so that was fun.
I thought you were playing Forza as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to talk about that later, but yes, I am playing Forza as well. I played a lot of that as soon as it hit Friday night. It's fun. It's probably the greatest single racing game ever made, and this is coming from somebody who historically does not like racing games. I love Forza. It is my heart and soul. It is a wonderful game, and it does a really good job of making you feel kind of like you're really living out that driving fantasy, like in a way that a lot of other games don't. It's like it always feels exciting. It puts a big stupid grin on my face, and all the new additions are awesome. They brought back some of the stuff I missed from the last game. Like it's everything I want it to be. So everyone should play it. It's probably the best exclusive game released this year.
I have heard people describe this game as one of the most beautiful games released this generation, if not perhaps like right up there with Uncharted 4 as the most beautiful game.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
On consoles anyway. So,
I was going to say, yeah, because like Quantum Break on my PC is amazing. So yeah, but I haven't been able to play it on my PC because my desktop is dead right now. But
plus, I heard the PC version's been having some issues.
It does. Apparently they created a new DRM, and it's not working well.
Yeah, actually, Jeff, why don't you speak on that real quick? Because I know you were having some serious fucking issues.
Yeah, like out of the first 4 hours I played the game, 3.5 of those were like messing around with the settings. It's just, it runs, but it just has so many problems. And I don't have like, the top of the line PC, but I just built it 10 months ago, like a 980, a new processor, new motherboard, 16 gigs of RAM. So it should run it. It runs Battlefield 1 at ultra at 60 FPS. And like I'm playing at 1080p max settings, and I'm getting drops to like 20, just driving around in circles, like not doing anything, and then driving down roads at 60, 60, 60. It'll just drop to 42, like nothing.
Shits the bed. Yeah, you're just driving out, and it totally kills your.
It's not like there's debris flying everywhere and like 20 cars on screen. It's just for no reason. It just drops and then it comes back up. And then so I tried locking it to 30, and I get really bad input lag, and I'm not the only one. And I don't know what it is because I haven't had this problem with any other game. But it's like the whole time you're controlling it, it feels like you're driving in sand or water. Like it's just so unresponsive. And I put it side by side with my Xbox One and booted it up on both of them. And it's like night and day. So I don't know. I just gave up and played on Xbox. It runs amazing on Xbox and it looks great. So there's like no reason to play it on PC unless you got like a Titan X or something.
Man, there is some crazy shit going on with PC ports this gen. Batman.
I had a bad experience with Quantum Break. I don't know how.
Quantum Break was Quantum Break was another one.
Quantum Break. Yeah, it's the Microsoft. I'm gonna buy Gears 4 on PC. I know I will. So hopefully that one's better.
It seems like
experience with PC.
Seems like UWP is causing us some problems, and I don't know what it is.
The nice thing is it's cross-buy, so if you have an Xbox One, you can just buy it, try it on your PC. If it's garbage, just play on Xbox. That's...
And cross your fingers for a little bit down the line. It might get ironed out later.
Yeah, I'm hoping so because it looks really good on PC when you can actually play it.
Yeah, and running at 60 frames whenever it's not like shitting itself, whenever like I run over like a bunch of fence posts or something, it just going fine, 60, oh, this is cool, it's looking around, like 60 really makes the game pop. But then it just chugs and stutters and just like, come on, seriously? Like, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, I had been hearing about all the issues that Forza was having on PC, and it's, I'm not just Microsoft, but PC ports in general this gen haven't had a really good showing. Batman is another game that comes to mind. Batman never got fixed on PC actually, if I remember correctly.
Batman's been fine for a while.
Has it now? Okay.
Really, I thought they re-released it and then it was still.
But I just want to point out Batman's a bit of a different scenario because you actually had a different dev doing the PC port, whereas things like this, like I think Playground Games did. both versions. Not that I don't know if they probably don't have a lot of experience with PC, but I would just kind of that's a little bit of a different situation. I feel bad for Rocksteady there.
It's really weird because Forza Apex was perfect on the PC.
Yeah, right? Like, I expected this to be really good. Is it the same engine?
Yeah, it's they have a slightly tweaked build because they have to go for open world, whereas the other version has to go for just like loading a single map. But I don't know, it's weird.
There's so many fucking Forza games, I can't keep track of these things. I can't.
It's a big
Well, just
franchise.
download the Forza Hub app and it'll fix you right up.
All right, so
Or not.
no, not. Jeff, you playing anything else?
Yeah, no, just Forza. I agree with pretty much everything everyone else said, especially Doc. Like, it does it really good. There's one nice touch, and I don't know if this was in Forza Horizon 2. I don't remember. But you can actually, they actually speak your name to you. Like, they have all the preset names you can choose from.
Yeah, that's new.
I love that touch in games because MLB always has my name in it when I play the show. And it's just like a little thing like that. But then, like, when they talk to you, like before I just had that douchebag talking to me in Horizon 2, and you just, hey, you. But when they actually like say your name and talk to you and stuff, it really, it really gets you in there. It makes you feel like you're part of it.
Yeah, but it super annoys me because they keep calling me Doctor instead of Doc because they don't have Doc apparently. Which is the weirdest thing, by the way. I cannot believe they don't have Doc.
They call me Big Boss.
All right.
Shalashashka.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Boss, it's an enemy chopper. One burst from its machine gun.
Its machine gun could tear a man in two.
Tear a man in two.
Why are those lines so fucking hilarious?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where like they shouldn't be funny, but I think it's.
They were funny every time. It's because he says it so often.
Yeah, I
Boss,
think it's
get down, the enemy sniper.
And every time he would say that, I'm like, that's cool, dude. It's not like I'm a legendary career-long soldier or anything. Like, you know, thanks for letting me know that one burst from an attack chopper's minigun would probably kill me. Like, such a lust for vengeance. All right, Matt, what are you playing?
Pretty much the same as you guys, just Forza. It's been a pretty busy week, so I haven't really got a chance to play much. And then I played like 2 hours of Darkest Dungeon because you roped me into that.
Mm-hmm.
So
what do you think? Let's hear it.
It's interesting. I don't feel like I fully understand it yet, but like the concepts of it are interesting. It's not as hard as I expected it to be. It just feels like it kind of beats you down, and then it lets you get to the end of the level. And it's like, okay,
Just
good.
wait. Wait. Wait till you get to the ruins, dude. I mean, dude, you're talking about a game with like literally 100 hours of content. So,
Yeah, I've only done like 3 dungeons, I think. So
yeah, you'll get there. That game gets super fucking difficult
So you
real
haven't
fast.
been to the Darkest Dungeon.
no.
Not the darkest dungeon, not yet.
What about the dankest dungeon?
You're in the dank. You're in the dankest dungeon. The dankest dungeon is here. Matt, what else are you playing?
Well, I played a bunch of Forza Horizon 2 because I saw Doc kept talking about it on Twitter
Yeah,
about Forza
shut up
Horizon
about it.
3.
Do you have the first one? Because it is it's backwards compatible, but it will no longer be available in like a week.
Yeah, I saw it's getting delisted. I might try to grab it just
Get it
out of
'cause
curiosity.
It's so good. It's like my favorite one.
The
Yeah, I should
music,
get it
I
too.
think, is the best in the first one.
Yeah, I have them all on my phone right now. I've been going through all the playlists on Spotify, and yeah, the first one has a fucking awesome track list.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess
Can you play that like as a replacement for the stations in game, like with that?
Yeah.
With Groove, you probably could.
Groove
yeah.
music.
Yeah, Groove actually replaces the radio stations. You can upload your own music to it too.
Yeah, I really like the whole Groove thing. It just has a lot of issues right now, like with it's skipping like 10 seconds ahead, and then it'll just jump 3 tracks forward, and it's just kind of a mess right now. But once they fix it up, it's going to be great.
well,
Yeah, it seems to be working pretty great for me, except that sometimes when I switch to it, it'll just be like, Groove cannot connect right now.
Yeah, that and there's no shuffle, so it just plays the same tracks in the same order every time.
it only took half an hour for the professionalism on this show to just take a nosedive.
I love the chat.
It's gone now. It's gone. All right, Tony, what are you playing this week, man?
I'm playing a little bit of everything. Like you guys, I've been playing Forza, but not the full game. I only got the demo and stuff on Xbox. Pretty cool, but I'm still one of those guys like, man, this is nice, but give me some fucking Burnout already. God damn it. It's been like, when did Paradise come out? 2008, right? Shit.
Yeah, it
Give
came
me
at the
fucking-
end of 08.
Yeah,
I feel you on that.
It's depressing, dude. But I liked it. I'm probably gonna end up. Here's the thing. I wanted to get it on PC, but now you guys are telling me it's having problems. I'm like,
Buy it digitally on your Xbox, and you will get it on PC too.
Yeah, it's cross-buy.
Yeah, so I'll do that. I played that. I went back because the reason I'm on my laptop today is because I got a new graphics card, but my old monitor was like, it's not compatible with it. My graphics card was like, you're not putting that old shit into me, you know? So I've been trying out some PC games. I was playing Deus Ex Mankind, which I think they patched right because it was kind of fucked up on PC at first. Runs beautifully. I had it running at like 1080p, 60 frames. I think it may be a little bit more than 60 frames actually. And I've also been playing a lot of like older games, like emulated games. I'm playing the shit out of Aladdin, if you guys remember that, for the Genesis.
Oh, that game was my jam, dude.
Yeah, dude, fuck the Cave of Wonders levels, man. Holy shit, how frustrating.
Dude,
like
that was like that and The Lion King were like two of the most graphically impressive games of that time. Yeah, that was I remember seeing that. I was like, oh my god, it's like I'm playing the cartoon.
I think I only ever played the first level of Lion King, but yeah.
Yeah, Lion King is so good too. But yeah, I got into not the debate, but a discussion with a friend because he said he likes a Super Nintendo version of Aladdin. I'm like, no, dude, that game is good, but it ain't fucking with Genesis, which is
different developers.
Yeah, totally different developers. And I said this too because the Sega Genesis version of it was actually made by Disney, right? They actually animated the game, right? Whereas the Super Nintendo one was by Capcom. Shinji Mikami worked on that. And even
You're right,
said,
it was Shinji Mikami.
Yeah, Shinji Mikami. So even he said, like, you know what? I kind of like the Genesis version more. You know, so like, okay, you know which one it is. So I played that. I played Sonic and Knuckles, replay that again.
Hopefully played Vector Man, right?
Of course, you know, Streets of Rage 2, just playing a lot of good shit. Because I don't have a Genesis anymore, so I know you're not really supposed to emulate games, but that's the best viable option, so fuck it, I'm doing it. And check this out, I've been playing it with this, you know, trying to replicate the Sega Genesis feel with the 6 buttons and stuff. You know, my Hori fight pad here for whoever may not know. I also played a little bit of Destiny 2. I haven't played Destiny.
Wait, Destiny 2? You've been playing Destiny 2?
Oh, my bad. No, I've been playing Destiny.
Okay, I thought, Destiny 2, as in you're playing that as well. For a minute there, I was like, Insider.
My bad. No.
Are you Shinobi?
I am playing it. Okay, because I haven't played this game. Yeah. I haven't played it in 2 years, right? But I had to do it for work, right? And I'm like, damn, because all my buddies that have been playing Destiny, like, oh my god, dude, it's so different, you gotta come back. It's the same fucking shit. Nothing has changed. It's it's like that and fucking the Division have burned me out on online always games. I'm like, I'm not playing any of this shit anymore unless it has a single story. I'm not playing your fucking game. You know, it's stupid. I mean, mechanically it's nice, but there's no story in there to really pull me in. You know, I don't see the point of that. I played that, and what else? I think that's pretty much it. You know, I've been playing. Oh, I've also been playing Gears of War 3 because I never played the original Gears of War games, right? So I'm playing all of them to get ready for 4. I love Gears of War. Gears of War is fun. You know, we need more games like that nowadays. Like, remember when cover-based shooters were like all the rage? You don't get them anymore. It's weird. You know.
That's fine. I mean, we had Uncharted and Quantum Break, and
I was gonna say. I mean, come on,
we get enough. There's enough.
Yeah, I kind of miss it. To be honest,
I love me some cover-based third-person shooters, but there was enough of them last gen to cover 3 gens.
I think so.
Anybody remember? I want to say it's Konami's Tower or something like that, or I don't remember who it was.
Did you say Konami's Tower?
There was a game called Tower, or The Tower, and I think it was by Konami, but I can't remember exactly who. It was like a 3 out of 10 garbage game, but. That was one of the many, many games that capitalized on the trend.
I know what you're talking about. Like Gears of War clone, right? With the girl and stuff.
Dark Sector. Is that?
No, it was literally like I don't even remember what it was called.
Dark Sector was the closest thing to a Gears clone.
Dark Sector was pretty cool, actually.
It was cool. I enjoyed it. I beat it. It was okay. It was like a.
Was
7.
that like the boomerang?
Dark Sector was the flying game, right?
That was Dark Void.
Because I was about to say Dark Void was terrible, dude.
Dark Void sucked. Dark Sector was just mediocre.
I only remember Dark Sector because it was the first, like the screenshots of that were the first screenshots of any next-gen game at the time.
Yeah, and it
came out like way later, didn't it?
It was Quantum Theory.
Yeah, it came out like. I remember Quantum Theory. Yeah, I remember. See, they revealed Dark Sector like in like 2004 or something.
Yeah, and it came out like a year after the 360 launched or something.
Yeah, it was like 2008. 7.
Yeah.
And then they basically canceled all the actual Dark Sector things and made that Warframe.
Yeah, it was a complete No, you're exactly right. Yeah.
See, I thought he said Konami's Tower, and I was like, that must be a game about like constantly looking over your shoulder and being afraid of your employers and trying to feed your family. Like, yeah. So, yeah, somebody needs to make an indie game called Konami's Tower, starring Kojima.
You're trapped on the top floor and you have to escape with your...
you have to escape with your dignity and
escape
or your...
with the metal
Don't get demoted to janitor.
Somebody make it happen. Somebody hashtag that. All right. What have I been playing this week? So I've been playing a lot of Darkest Dungeon. In fact, if you hadn't seen it, I did a first 30 minutes of Darkest Dungeon on the channel a few days ago. I think it was on Tuesday when I did it. Darkest Dungeon is a really, really good fucking game, especially if you like, if you're a fan of either turn-based RPGs, dungeon crawlers, or anything with a very heavy Lovecraftian vibe to it, kind of like Bloodborne, but turned up a little bit. Basically, Darkest Dungeon, it came out on PC back in January, I believe. I've been waiting for it to come to consoles because I love my delicious trophies. But I played it on PC, and I fell in love with it. Darkest Dungeon, basically you have 16 character classes, and Gabe!
Gabe's picture just frames me so
Holy
much.
shit! What the hell is going on with Gabe's picture? I changed it.
Wow.
I feel like our podcast would be better if we had like wrestling music for every time anybody showed up.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks like Gabe's dog is like being enveloped by one of the Chimera from Resistance. Oh my god, that is the worst. Gabe, I'm glad you're here, man. I was hoping you'd make it, dude. But that's all I'm gonna think about now is Gabe.
Speaking of Resistance, I did this just yesterday, but everybody needs to tweet Yoshida and ask for Resistance back as a franchise.
Do two things. Tweet Yoshida and ask for Resistance, and please tweet at Duval Magic and tell him to put Duke in Battleborn, please. Hashtag Duke in Battleborn.
That was the perfect time.
Hashtag Duke and Battleborn.
Do it now.
Yeah, hashtag Battleborn is...
We're bringing that hashtag
He
back.
did say there was plenty of great DLC yet to come.
Yeah, so and you know what? If Duke actually does come out in Battleborn, we're fucking taking credit for it. Okay, I don't give a shit. But so Darkest Dungeon, you've got 16 character classes, and death is permanent. You can continually recruit people from a stagecoach in town, and of course you can build with the town and add new buildings, buildings and stuff. But the most interesting mechanic in the game is stress levels, and so basically, as you're going through, you've got a torch, right? And this is just one example. You got to carry a lot of torches on you. This mechanic is very similar to Amnesia: The Dark Descent, if you've ever played that. Whereas if your torch goes out, you start succumbing to madness, right? And your characters can react to it in different ways. Like, for example, your character may develop selfishness while he's in the dungeon, and then he'll think only about himself, and he'll refuse to heal. Refuse to heal another party member, or he may develop agoraphobia or arachnophobia. And for example, and he'll be afraid of spider enemies. And if you encounter like a giant spider or something, he'll automatically just move himself to the back of the line, and he'll sit there and he'll cower and he'll say, "I can't tank this." And your adventurers can be so stressed out during a dungeon crawl that they can die of a heart attack on the spot.
Oh, shit.
They'll just have a fucking heart attack and keel over. It's already happened to me once. And if a character gets stressed out enough, when you get back to the town after your little dungeon crawl, you can send them off to either the church to pray their stress away, or you can send them to the brothel, do a little plowing, as Geralt would say.
Get them some loving.
Do a little plowing, as Geralt would say, or you can go to a shrink and he'll talk to you about your problems. But I really love the game, not only because I love turn-based RPGs and I love dungeon crawlers, but I love the fact that they're tackling issues like PTSD, which is not something you see often in a game, especially not something you see often in an indie game like Darkest Dungeon. And as somebody like myself who has gone through PTSD after my first tour in Iraq, these are things that I really, really love to see developers tackle in a really intelligent way. And it's tied into the gameplay. It's tied into the battle system really well. So it's really innovative in my opinion. And right now is the perfect time to get it, especially if you're like if you're on PlayStation right now. It's a PlayStation Plus game, so it's like $19.99. It's usually
the Vita version is the best, right?
I heard the Vita version doesn't run well, dude.
Yeah, and it's got some issues with the font size and stuff.
Controls uses the back touch, which is like the worst thing.
And to kind of build off of what you're saying there, man. I will say that the controls, even on the PS4 version, are not the most intuitive. Like, I was getting frustrated on the live stream. I was like, I don't fucking know what anything does. Like, it was, and it made me look like an idiot because I'm like, this makes me look like I have no idea how to play video games.
All right, I'm curious, real quick. Give me a quick rundown of the controls, like what like basic stuff.
So, like, for example, if you want to, let's say you're in town, right, and you want to select a character to do whatever. You want to select a character to level up his armor or his weapons, or to put him in church to pray. You have to hold down L2 while you're doing it, and then you have to move the right joystick down. You hit X, and then you let go of L2, and you move him into the church, for example, right? It's a little cumbersome, especially because I like, for whatever reason, I want to just toggle it. I don't want to hold it down, and so it turns into 30 seconds of me like trying to toggle it, and then finally like, God damn it, and I hold it down. I'm like, all right, I got it. Now get into church and pray your sins away. But aside from, like, if you want to look at an item description, and here's the other thing that's weird, like, before you embark on an adventure, every single time you automatically get sent to the shopkeeper, and you can buy torches or bandages or food. That's another thing. Your characters will starve if you don't have food on hand, so you constantly need to be eating. But if you want an item description, like, it doesn't automatically do it when you put the cursor over the item. You have to hold down L or L2 to get an item description. And I'm like, I don't really like that. It seems rather some of the controls seem rather unintuitive, and in all fairness, I do have to say the game does have some bugs. It crashes a lot.
Yeah, I already had one crash.
I've had several crashes. And I'm talking like it crashes straight to the dashboard. But I actually, you know what? This is it, and a shout out to the president or the CEO of Red Hook Studios. I had voiced this concern on Twitter the other night, and without even tweeting him, he just responded to me, and he was like, "Yeah, man, we're working on this right now." It's really, really cool to see a developer address fan issues on Twitter like that. So hats off to him. And aside from that, Darkest Dungeon. What was that, dude?
Proactive dev. I like that.
Yeah, it's really, really cool to see. And aside from that, dude, like, Darkest Dungeon is definitely a candidate for Game of the Year for me. Wow. But it's just it's my kind of game.
It's a strong year too.
It is a really strong year, and Darkest Dungeon is a really good game. And I do want to point out, I sent an email. I asked the dev if he would come on Super Deformed Gamescast, and he said sure. So I shot him an email. We're working on the details now, but the creator of Darkest Dungeon will be appearing on the show here in the coming weeks.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about, man. The fucking hustle. I love that shit, man.
I've played it. At least I've played it. I didn't play very much. I played like 5 hours of it.
But that's aside from Destiny, which I won't talk about because we've talked Destiny to death. Yeah, I've been playing Darkest Dungeon. I fucking love it. So yeah.
Speaking of controls, did anybody play the Dragon Quest Builders demo that came out?
What the fuck is Dragon Quest?
Wait, what the fuck is Dragon Quest Builders?
Really? You don't know about this?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, no,
like
I'm
talking about. Okay, the control thing made me think about because I played the Vita demo, and jump is on circle. If anybody's played it, that is just annoying as shit, and you can't change it. So it just reminded me of that. If you haven't played it, then I guess we won't talk about it. But you can't change jump from circle. Like that's annoying, right? Right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, yeah, whatever you say, dude. If you say
I hate having jump on circle. It should be the X button always.
Yep.
I actually want to ask Gabe real quick what he's playing, because Gabe joined us late. So Gabe, what are you and your Hellbeast playing?
Forza Horizon 3.
Oh, you missed all the good Forza talk, dude. You missed all the good Forza talk. What do you think of it?
I'm loving it. I mean, it's basically one of the best games of the year. I mean, I'm not really much of a racer fan. I mean, I bought Forza Horizon 4, 5. I never played more than maybe 10 or 15 hours. Even Forza Horizon 2, I think I may have played about 10 or 15 hours as well. But this one, 4 days, I think I may have played about 8 or 10 hours. And
when you said it was
don't-
one of the best games of the year, Gabe, real quick, when you said it was one of the best games of the year,
Yeah.
I think Doc went from 6 to midnight.
Really?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
It is though. Like it's
Yeah,
so good.
and I need to get you on Xbox, Gabe, so I can actually add you to my stable of drivers.
Oh, sure. My gamer tag is GASB777.
There it is. Everybody go spam Gabe.
I was about to say,
Yeah, come on.
it's all public.
Bring it out. I don't care. Come
Spam
on.
Gabe, everybody. Let him know what a loser he
Yeah,
is.
see, the great thing about Xbox though is everybody who adds you, like, you have to add them back if you want to be friends. So
Yeah.
you can have all the followers you want. It does not matter. Like I'm Doc 2986. Like I'm easy to find.
I actually will be buying an Xbox One here shortly.
Get it? It's a good console.
Yeah.
Especially the S is just amazing hardware. Like
John, didn't you have one before? Because I know you sold it, right?
Yeah, I had one about a year ago, and I just there just wasn't anything compelling. Because I'm not a Halo fan. And I got it. It was a Black Friday deal, and I had some extra money, and I was like, oh, whatever, I'll get a fucking Xbox. And I just never played. Although I did play Sunset Overdrive, and that game was really fucking good.
yeah, I need to co-op that with more people.
That was really fucking good. But but now that the Slim is out, that seems that it's and plus Gears is coming out, and I'm a huge Gears fan. So yeah, Gabe, what else are you playing, man?
I've been catching up on a series that I've never played before, Dragon Quest. I've been playing on my Android phone.
Oh, is that what you've been posting screenshots of all week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played through 1 and 2, played 3 until I guess halfway through, but I was getting lost and I was getting a little obsessed with the game, so I just said, no, fuck it. I just deleted it, went to 4, and that's what I'm playing right now.
Good man. Good man.
And-
Mobile's the devil.
No, that wasn't really the fact it was mobile. It's just I was getting lost, and I don't like getting lost. I have no patience for that anymore, and so I moved on.
Okay.
And that was it so far.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Well, now that we've talked about what we've been playing this week, there's a few things I wanted to discuss with you guys, and I guess the big one is so everybody, so No Man's Sky. Everybody's been talking about No Man's Sky recently. And yeah, right, yeah. And well, everybody's been talking about No Man's Sky except for Sean Murray, who has just replaced the earth. But he's the only guy not talking about No Man's Sky. But
or anything.
So the I don't know where the fuck he's at. So anyway,
he's still coding.
Yeah, he's still working on that giant sandworm. But so there was a bunch of articles came out today. Basically, the United Kingdom's advertising watchdog is investigating Hello Games for false advertising for fraud. And I've got an article here from VentureBeat by Jeff Grubb, who's a good guy on Twitter, good journalist. I'll just read part.
He's amazing.
I'll just read part of it here. The United Kingdom's Advertising Standards Authority is investigating Hello Games for potentially deceiving customers with the way it advertised No Man's Sky. The organization has confirmed to GameSpeed, as Eurogamer first reported. The ASA kicked off its examination of No Man's Sky following numerous complaints about how some of the materials on the game store page on the Steam PC gaming portal do not accurately reflect the final product. The ASA has regularly scrutinized advertising in the video game market. In 2014, ASA did not uphold the complaint that a violent ad for ZeniMax's Wolfenstein: The New Order on the Eurogamer.net website violated regulations for age-gating mature content. It says No Man's Sky is a space exploration adventure that uses algorithms to produce a universe with quintillions of planets for players to explore. That's so depressing to read. After building up serious buzz following appearances at trade shows for years, No Man's Sky debuted in August on PlayStation 4 and PC and ended up disappointing a number of people. A number.
Any number. 2,
pick a number.
150, couple
Pick a number
million.
on that one. Some complain about the Sims gameplay loop that has you tracking down resources to expand your inventory so you can carry more resources. It's a great way to fucking describe it, Jeff. But many consumers felt more than disappointed. They felt misled and betrayed. Gamers hunted down quotes from Hello Games founder No Man's Sky director Sean Murray, where he made bold claims about features that are not the product that shipped.
Bold claims.
Bold claims, but the most damning evidence is a humorous clip that compares a 2014 gameplay trailer against the reality of the 2016 release version. By the way, I can't play it here.
Is that the Krobcat video or what?
Yeah, so you can find it on the VentureBeat article. I'll link it in Twitter after the episode. You have to watch it. It's fucking hilarious.
Is it the sad
Yeah, I know the video. Yes.
Yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's really, really sad. It says that video shows the majestic, teeming world of the trailer that Sony showed off at E3 in Los Angeles 2 years ago, alongside the theme from Jurassic Park. That bleeds into the final game. It's so bad. That bleeds into the final game, playing over an embarrassing version of the same track played on the harmonica by somebody who's only just learning the harmonica.
I remember that one. Yeah.
That video is so good.
It was so okay. We talk. So Enrique on our sister podcast, Basement Radio Arcade, which goes live every Wednesday now, not Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Highly recommend you check us out.
Yes.
We talked Enrique and the crew that we talked about this. I mean, where do you start? I mean, this is the clusterfuck of our generation, right? Like, I mean, it's unbelievable how bad it really is. It really is. And so a lot of people are coming down really hard on Sean Murray at Hello Games. And you know what? They fucking deserve it, in my opinion. They deserve it. They falsely advertise the game. But you know, I could talk. I want to know what you guys think. Like, I mean, because somebody on Twitter.
I just want my $60 back. That's all.
Well, you know, somebody on Twitter had brought up to me. They said, "Well, what about Ubisoft's been doing this for years?" And I'm like, "No, what the fuck are you talking about?" And he says, "Well, you know, every time they downgrade a game, it's false advertising." I'm like, "No, that's not the same fucking thing. That's not false advertising." Or yeah, well, what about?
They do walk a very thin line, but there is a difference.
Yeah, I mean, Ubisoft is pretty notorious for like drastically altering graphics between showing and release.
I feel like they've been better.
No Man's Sky isn't just graphics. No Man's Sky isn't just
it's
graphics.
Not just graphics, though.
It's like basic
Graphics.
features, like.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. Like Sean Murray, before the game came out, he said it's this huge shared universe, and it's almost impossible. I cannot fathom anybody running into each other, let alone in the same week that the game releases, right? But who knows? Who knows? It may happen, and then it happens the first fucking day the game is out, and they can't even see each other. And they're sitting there like, and they can confirm they're on the same planet. They're standing right in front of each other. They can't. And then Sean Murray has the gall to tweet out, "I can't believe they found each other." And it's like, no, they fucking didn't.
So my take on it is, I don't know if I don't want to judge him as a person. I don't know if they intentionally lied, or maybe they genuinely planned to have all this in the game and it was there at some point. And it just didn't make the cut. But what I won't defend is the silence after release, the refusal to apologize, the lack of explanation. I think if they've been more transparent and honest with people and like, yeah, we wanted to put all this stuff in here and it didn't make it, and we're going to add it. But they haven't said anything, which makes me think they aren't really planning to add it, or they can't. I don't know what happened. But yeah, the way they've handled it, they should have had a PR person. You should never have a developer who's writing code be doing all your public appearances in PR. You should have people in between there to draft communications, and he clearly is completely out of touch with how people feel, or he just doesn't give a shit. And I don't know which one it is.
He shouldn't be the one doing the PR, and I think they have him doing it because it's like, well, it's his game, so blah blah blah. But I mean, he's clearly not the kind of person you want in front of a camera. Like, I mean, I even said like a while ago, like before the game ever came out, I said like, this feels like a game where all the announcements are being written by an introvert, because that's really what it feels like. Is somebody who is not into like messaging or whatever, and who doesn't really want to get into long conversations about what's going on with their game, and that's not who you want to sell a product. There's a reason that there aren't introverted car salesmen, right? Like, you just don't do it. And yet that's kind of the way the game has been sold since its inception, really, is by somebody who doesn't seem to want to talk about the game at all. which has made it a really kind of weird situation to be in. And I think, I mean, some of this is just fans blowing stuff out of proportion, but I've seen enough videos showing interviews and comparing them with the final project that there's no way anyone could just say, oh, this is just crazy fans. Like, this is absolutely 100% the developer promising stuff and it not being there. Like, this isn't even a case of like bad, like I can't understand what this guy's saying or whatever. Like, he is flat out stating features will be in the game that are not in the game. And it's weird that there are some people who are trying to defend it because it's indefensible. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
I'd like to believe that it wasn't like intentionally trying to mislead people, but like they had time before release to go, yeah, and this stuff's not going to be in the game. We should say something.
Right?
And they never said anything about it, and that's
Right.
what gets me. Like,
That's
But at the same time, I don't know, like some of the stuff, I don't know how they thought they would get away with saying it, and then it not like I don't know. It's very strange.
Well, I kind of skew to closer to what Jeff is saying. In the sense that what bothers me isn't so much the fact that they said these things and they weren't in the game, because I mean you can add shit after the fact. I mean all Sean Murray had to do, because I spent $60 on this game and I played it for about 30 hours. And all he had to do for me anyway was just say, look, there's some shit that I wanted in the game that we weren't able to get out by launch. I needed to get the game out the door. We've got a team of 11 people that we're working on these things right now. We're going to patch them into the game as soon as possible. The promised content is coming. Please understand. I may not have been thrilled about it,
Right.
but I would have been like, okay, fine. I get it. You're a small team. Your reach exceeded your grasp. And that's fine. Or your grasp exceeded, whatever. However that fucking saying goes. But I've had too much to drink already tonight. But you guys get the point I'm saying. It's the sense that it's just like Jeff said. It's not the fact that the shit wasn't in the game, and there was a lot that he said that was in the game that wasn't there. It was the fact that they released the game, and none of the stuff was there, and he fucking vanished.
Yep.
He vanished. His Twitter account, which is it's at No Man's Sky. It's his Twitter account. It has been silent. He is for well over a month now.
Well, they're posting updates on the site, but he never tweeted out, "Hey, if you want updates on the game, go here." Like, it's just they're trying. Yeah, it doesn't look good for sure.
I had a dream the other night that he responded after all this time. It's the weirdest thing.
Please tell me that's an actual dream you had.
No, it's dead serious. Like he responded like September, whatever it was, like 27th. And it was like, we're working really hard, guys. Trust us. Like,
he whispered in your ear.
Yeah.
That's the most depressing dream I've ever heard in my life.
And then I woke up and the game was still broken.
So it was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. But I mean, seriously, like, I mean, I'm gonna be thinking about that all night. But Sean Murray, like, it's like that skit from the Simpsons when Smithers is dreaming and Burns floats through the window over his bed. That's the exact same dream that Funky had.
Except he floats in the window.
Sean
and takes
Murray
your
just
money.
flew in through the window and said, "Don't worry, JT. The dinosaurs are coming. They're coming."
So wait, are there no dinosaurs in the game?
I never ran into one.
I saw a bunch. They're in there for sure.
No. I'm talking about like those big Brachiosaurus creatures that were in the trailer.
Yeah, no, I never saw anything like that.
Not quite that big. I saw some pretty big ones, but
I never seen a single one, man.
Nothing as big as that.
Yeah.
The trailer, by the way, that they made look like they were like, yeah, this is gameplay. Here we go. This is shit's happening in the game. It turns out it was just fucking pre-rendered bullshit. And
I think it was all scripted, right?
It was all scripted. The entire trailer was scripted.
Really.
And that trailer is still up on their Steam page.
Jeez.
It'll be there forever.
It's
Don't worry
still
about
there.
it.
People on Twitter have been running around saying this is the end for Hello Games. This is the end for Sean Murray. Hell, this may even be the end for Sony. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah,
Wouldn't that be great?
Idiots. But Doc, shut your mouth. But
Peter Molyneux managed to be around for so long. It's not gonna be No Man's Sky is gonna destroy Hello Games or Sean Murray.
So what? Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't think you're going to see like fucking mass class action lawsuits over this. I don't. Having said that, somebody in chat, I think it was Nels, but he said gamers have short memories. This will be forgotten. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't agree with
Look at the reaction to the Bulletstorm remaster today. Everyone's like, oh, great! Wait, Gearbox.
Yeah. Exactly. Look at the Xbox One. They were punished for E3 2013, wrongly in my opinion, but they were punished for it for years after that.
No, they weren't punished for E3 2013. That's what everyone says, but it's not true. Because E3
the Xbox reveal event, their E3 showing was really good.
Exactly. The E3 event.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. The reveal. Because it was terrible.
Sports.
I would say they were
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Sports.
They were punished at the E3 showing by, because of the showing a couple of weeks ago. What was weird is people were like, it was all TV, no games, and I'm like sitting here, I'm like, they spent, I don't know, like 20 minutes of their hour-long showing on TV, and then the other 40 minutes were about games. Like nothing was accurate about the Microsoft showing. And like I know that Sony had their astroturfers on forums posting like memes and stuff, but no, that was like a whole thing. Like Sony was actually employing people to make Microsoft look bad. It was weird.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure Microsoft did the same thing.
Yeah,
I've never had any confirmation of Microsoft doing it. I only know that Sony did it, but whatever.
Sorry guys, I have to bail early.
Everyone is,
and I'm sure it's a lot more than just.
I gotta
Sony
go. I gotta go hunt for Sean Murray. I'll let you know if I find him.
Find that motherfucker, Jeff. Bring him to justice, Jeff.
Sweet dreams.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Later, dude.
Yeah, see ya.
So like, let me ask you guys, and I'm throwing this out to chat as well. So, I mean, what is the next step for Hello Games? Because at some point they will, I think they'll try to make another game. I mean, fuck, Sean Murray may just vanish.
Bicycle game.
I have a theory.
Like Joe Danger 3 or something.
I have a theory that Sean Murray is going to take all that money he made from No Man's Sky and buy the island that Square Enix was giving away for Just Cause 3. And just and flee there and spend the rest of his days there and yeah. I never found out what happened to that, by the way. I don't even know if anybody ever won that.
And Peter Molyneux are gonna build a studio together. And
oh God, can you imagine?
I know who won the island. The same guy who won $1 million for buying Advent Rising.
Oh shit!
Wow.
But like, so what happens to Hello Games now, right? Like somebody in chat said, well, gamers have short memories. I disagree, but
well, yeah, the point that I was making honestly is that I think gamers have really long and distorted memories. Like with E3, like this entire narrative is like Microsoft was horrible, and it's like really that showing that year was great. All the real issues were like Microsoft's messaging after the fact. Like people would ask them questions in interviews, and they wouldn't have good answers, and then Matrick was just an asshole.
Honestly,
but I feel like that's what gamers do. They get an idea about how something is, and that never changes. Like no one's ever going to go critically reevaluate a game and say, was it really good? We all loved it right when it released, but has it remained good? Like people just don't do that.
Not really. So, I mean, I did see a Rock Paper Shotgun article where John Walker went back to Deus Ex, but like that, it's pretty fucking rare.
Yeah, and I know that part of it is because like people have told me, articles on old games don't sell, which is the thing. But like, I don't know. I just don't think gamers are ever gonna like. This is the impression that they have given, right? They will never give another impression ever again. Like that's it. This is how people see this developer. They cannot redeem themselves ever. Even if Gearbox makes like 5 great games somehow after Battleborn, like people will always see them as the developer who made Colonial Marines. That never changes.
I don't know, man. Like, I think when Borderlands 3 comes out, people will fucking forget about Colonial Marines.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because they care that much about Borderlands.
Yeah.
Anything else, forget about it.
Maybe.
Borderlands is like the one thing that Gearbox can still do that's above general.
Yeah, and if Borderlands 3 is really fucking good, like it probably will be because they take that franchise seriously, unlike any of their other franchises. But
yeah,
but I mean, if Borderlands 3 is good, I think people will go whatever. Colonial Marines,
absolutely.
It's fuck it. Who cares?
I mean, in a post Destiny world, I don't know if it's gonna fucking be.
That's what I was going to say.
Ooh, that's a good point.
The Taken King, that totally changed a lot of people's minds about Destiny. Like there was numerous people saying like, "Oh man, this totally fixes exactly what was wrong with the game." So I think for going back to No Man's Sky, I think that they're gonna wait for all this to not blow over, because that's impossible, but kind of escape people's minds for a little bit, and they're gonna drop like a big DLC pack on us, and like, hey, we're back, just something of that effect. But I don't think it's going to like be the end all, like the Taken King. I don't think it's gonna be the fixer. I think it's just gonna be just another money grab for the people who are still playing the game.
I don't see.
Yeah, but I mean, like having a good game isn't enough though. You need that apology too. You know what I mean? Especially with this big of a fuck up.
You're not gonna get it.
Sure.
You won't get it.
Then what's the point then? Why, like, even if they deliver a good game, can you still really trust them after that? They pretty much try to fuck you over first time around. They don't apologize for that.
I mean, it wasn't their first game. Like,
that's the other thing.
Joe Danger
it was their biggest game, though. I know.
Absolutely. But I mean, the Joe Danger games were well liked. They had a good reputation.
Yeah, but nobody was hyping them up to be insane.
Definitely
experiences.
I mean, honestly,
didn't he used to work at like EA or something too? Like he's not just
he worked on Burnout 3 or something.
Yeah.
So he's not like just some high school student making a game in his garage. He's like a professional who really ought to know better. Like this, there's no excuse.
So like I think part of the fault, I think most of the fault lies with Hello Games. I think part of the fault lies with gamers, guys like me, and Sony.
Putting that shit on E3 stages, give me a break.
Well, so Sony thought they had this huge thing, right? And it turned out to be nothing at all. And no, they shouldn't have hyped it the way they did. And because they hyped it the way they did, I got hyped. I was like, oh shit, which is why I say this is partially on me, because I never stopped to actually think about the fact that they're promising all this shit, and it's a team of fucking 10 people who worked on Joe Danger. Like, yeah, but like why in my right mind did I actually sit there and think that this is something they can pull off? Like,
because it is something they can pull off. Like just speaking from a developer's perspective, it is completely 100% doable. There's nothing that they promised that couldn't be done. They just didn't do it.
So Jesse in Chad Mixer, he says, if Sean apologized while dropping new and free content, that would help a lot. Yeah, it would.
Yep. Yeah, it would totally. The thing with No Man's Sky is I already had my spider sense going off maybe a year and a half ago, because they just kept showing the same shit over and over again. I'm like, is there anything more to the game? But I bought the game because I'm like, I want to at least be part of the conversation. So I wasn't as upset as other people because I got exactly what I expected. Kind of nothing. But at the same time, when I really think about it, the people, like you, John, that were hyped for it, it's like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. You guys really got fucked over badly, and the developer should apologize. The fact that when you said a month he hasn't talked to anybody, it's like, no, that's not an excuse, man. You got to get out there and say something. You can't just hide under a rock after all this shit.
And I do want to point out real quick, because I think it needs mentioning, I don't condone some of the horrible, nasty shit that's been tweeted at Sean Murray.
Death threats and stuff.
That's not cool. Leave that's fucking garbage. And I will.
Yeah, like you deserve about $60 worth of anger at the guy, nothing more. And somebody to kill himself is not $60 worth of anger.
No, yeah. Some of the shit that's been tweeted about him is beyond the fucking pale.
Yeah, here's my question to you guys though. What is it about this game that has made people so rabid like this? I'm gonna give a personal example. I wrote a story about No Man's Sky. Something got basically. I think somebody said that they found out that all the shit you name gets erased, right? So I wrote that at like 2 p.m. or something, right? At around 3 a.m. when I'm ready to go to bed, apparently the guy who made that original post on Reddit found a way around it, and I just had all these guys on Twitter going, yo, fix that. You're out there spreading misinformation. Why are you lying to people? I'm like, how did I lie at 2 o'clock in the fucking afternoon when this shit got updated like 2 hours ago? So I just got bombarded with all this shit. So I'm like, okay, let me go in there against my editors, because my editors were not awake at that time. I'm supposed to ask my editors, can I go in there and edit this thing? I just did it without them even asking them. I just went there and edited it because I was getting so much shit. So what is it about this game that has made people go this insane? I've never seen anything like this before.
Hype.
That's what
But
happens.
to this
with
level,
happening for
though,
so
man?
long.
To be a bit more specific about that, like what happened was this game is kind of built on a promise, right? Like all these people have this idea of what the game can be, but because there was so little said about it, there was a lot of inference about what it would be, what it could be and do. So a lot of people have a lot of ideas about it, and I've never seen this before with the game, but there were so many people who were like personally invested in all the stuff they thought they'd be able to do that, like, they didn't want that bubble they built for themselves to go apart. And it's weird, like, looking at some of the insane shit that, like, people are saying about, like, Jason Schreier reporting on the game. Like, I think he said there would be a delay, and somebody on the Reddit said that it was clear Jason Schreier had, or that No Man's Sky was, like, to avoid Jason Schreier looking bad, they were going to delay the game or something. And it was like, what insane universe? Like, I can't.
Conspiracies.
Anything like people like support Jason Schreier.
Stop to think about what you just said right there. They make the journalists look bad.
Whoa, Tony, you're botting out pretty bad, man.
Yeah.
So stupid, you know. But then again, when they oh, my bad. Am I okay now?
That's a little bit. Keep going. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
You know what? Let me turn
go.
the fucking camera off. So not only did Jason Schreier get death threats, right? Fucking Sean Murray got death threats after he announced the game was getting delayed. What? So do you want to kill him so the game never comes out?
That shit doesn't surprise me at all, though. and to answer your question, Tony, and
Yeah.
I want to know what the rest of the crew thinks, but I'll just say that I think people got so upset about this because the game. People viewed No Man's Sky as a form of wish fulfillment, you know, and there was a promise that you would get to explore this massive galaxy and go wherever you want, do whatever you want, name your planets, and your planet, your discoveries would be there till the end of time. It immortalized you in a way, and you had this entire this endless universe at your fingertips. And people got in the game, they got into the universe, and they realized there were a combination of 20 different aliens with different asses and heads and eyes, and your progress got wiped. And people just realized there wasn't anything to do. And I think people had it built up in their heads, rightly, wrongly, of course. And this is a product of their own expectations, their own overblown expectations. But people were like, this is what Destiny was supposed to be, and that's not what the case was at all. But I want to hear what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying earlier. It's like it's very much a game of like expectations that got, people wanted this to be something amazing. I also think, as weird as this is going to sound, I think part of it was it's the console crowd. Because if you look at like Star Citizen, which is literally the exact same game, no one's flipping their shit about it. No one is getting insanely angry about it or anything. Everyone is understanding about the delays. Like, I think the maddest somebody's been about it was that Derek Smart guy who's been like a game developer for like 100 million years and has never made a good game in his life.
Shit.
Like he's like the ultimate poser, right, in the entire industry. And I don't know, it to me, like, the impression that I've had is that, like, I think PC gamers are more understanding of this kind of process. And I think we had a lot of younger people who were getting into a thing like this as well, which is part of the issue.
Well, and Star Citizen's a lot more like concrete in what they're showing. They're showing like hour-and-a-half long demos.
Yeah, they actually understand things like game loops. Like, that game does not have any game loops at all, and people are like, I don't know, it was weird watching those trailers and
yeah, they're not coming out on stage for 5 minutes and going, you can do whatever you want. They're going, these are the specific things you can do. Let us show you an hour-and-a-half of it. And people aren't running away with their expectations like they did with No Man's Sky.
Did you see that amazing, I want to say Gamescom video where they were actually like fighting about this? Like, they were betraying each other and stuff. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
That was.
Brandon, you played No Man's Sky, right?
Unfortunately.
How much time did you put into that?
An hour.
And I did. Did you put in for a refund?
No, I didn't even bother trying.
You should, man, because people are getting. Sony's actually refunding people, from what I hear.
That's
You're
crazy.
still refunding? Even after all this time?
I guess I could try it.
I mean, you should try it, dude. I mean, the game sold really well the first month. I would love to know how many of those copies were refunded at the end of the day. But
Probably not a great deal.
not as many as people probably think.
I mean, people are probably thinking I bet people are imagining some crazy high numbers. That is just
and it's probably most people probably just cut their losses and dropped it, like I did. I don't need a refund. I mean, I got 30 hours of it, so whatever. But
I'd say 30 hours for $60 isn't bad.
Yeah.
The last thing that I wanted to bring up real quick was our very good friend Shinobi dropped a huge info dump on Destiny 2, which is coming out next fall supposedly. And I think the big takeaway from that, if people hadn't heard, was one, there are some huge fundamental changes coming to the game.
Good.
One being that Bungie is aiming for explorable areas with settlements and towns and actually, NPC quest givers, not these beacon, not the beacons strewn throughout the planet. And they're going for actual interesting quest lines. Saturn alone, which is it's going to be kind of like the new Cosmodrome, I guess. Saturn alone, according to what Shinobi was saying, is set to be as large as every playable area in the game combined.
Was that vanilla or the other one?
I'm not sure. But I do know that Saturn is supposed to be massive, and the game is focusing on the Cabal, which was an alien race that was kind of glossed over.
That actually got me pretty excited because the Cabal have never had a raid, and they've always been the one faction I wanted to raid against.
And they never will. But at least not in.
It looks like they really does too.
Yeah.
John, real quick, Saturn, can we leave the fucking solar system already? It's like that was one of my biggest problems with Destiny. It's supposed to be this universe spanning story, and it took place in the first 3 planets of our solar system. I'm ready to just go somewhere else, man. Remember that one?
The entire story has always been situated as being humanity's last stand in the solar system.
I don't know, man. I remember seeing this one piece of concept art where they were on this planet. There was this huge frog and these little aliens. I'm like, dude, let's go to other planets, man.
Yeah, that was from when Destiny was going to be a fantasy game, and instead of the blue people, you were going to play as tiger people. Totally different game there. That was really interesting, though.
I just want to point out real quick that Kraken in chat said Brandon sounds so depressed about that in regards to getting an hour out of No Man's Sky.
I spent $60 on it. Goddamn right, I'm depressed.
And then Nell said, "Sounds like his dog died." Dude, you sounded really, really. I've never heard you that upset. Actually, now that I think about it, dude, I feel like giving you the $60 to make you feel better.
Shit.
Going back to Destiny though, I totally feel Tony in the environments part. If anybody's played Warframe and you see the star map in that, it's got all the planets and then Europa and stuff like that. And that's totally what I was expecting with Destiny, just like all 9 planets or 8, I guess, and just a lot to explore. But then you got we actually got 3 and 1 or a couple runaround places what's it called, the Reef? I can remember.
The Reef.
And the moon was there too. Man, I remember when I got to Mars, somebody was like, "Dude, Mars is the last level." I'm like, "You're trolling me, man. I'm gonna go out into the universe after this shit, right?" Legit, the last level. So disappointing, man.
Well, I remember when you played the actual campaign, when the beta came out, and they said you just played 10% of the game, and I was like, wow, that's not a good sign. Not a good sign. But Destiny's a much better game now, and honestly, I think Destiny 2 is probably going to be fucking awesome just because I think Bungie is probably. I mean, Destiny 1. I think they're going to take a lot of lessons from Destiny 1.
And hopefully not repeat them.
I don't think they will.
Can we get a story?
They were building the game with live teams in mind this time.
What was that, Doc?
Didn't Shinobi say they were building the game with live teams in mind this time?
Yes, yeah. and they're supposed to be much more far more regular content updates throughout the year when Destiny 2 comes out. I think Destiny 2 has a lot of potential. Man, that game is gonna be fucking. The only thing I have heard that people might not like is the fact that there's a rumor going around that they may wipe your character. I distinctly remember Bungie saying, take your character, we got a 10-year plan for Destiny, and take your character through 10 years. And if they wipe your character, that kind of, I don't know, they're going No Man's Sky. But
because they're changing the engine so radically, they are kind of looking into, they're not sure what they're doing yet.
They were talking about dog ears, you know?
Yeah.
I don't care so much about the character part as I want something like crossplay going on where the entire community can play together. Because
I would love that.
I love having everybody, since it wasn't on PC, everybody mostly that I play with is on PS4, and like there's a lot of options for me of like groups to play with. And if you have that on PC, that's great for the PC players, and it's gonna look spectacular on PC. I'll probably play it on PC, but I don't want to have separate progression on PC, and that's what that's what I love about Xbox Play Anywhere. Is the fact that I can carry progress right over. So having separate places, separate characters at different places does not sound appealing to me.
Well, the rumor is that it's coming to PC, man.
Yeah.
So
I've heard too. Like I've heard that what it really is Bungie doesn't know how they're going to handle character transfer. So the internal debate is are we going to do it or not? Because the way they're rebuilding the engine.
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, if they don't transfer, whatever, all he does is dance around. It's not like your character is a fucking avatar of your personality.
I'm more interested in keeping like all the stuff that I got for being a year 1 player or a year 2 player. Like I don't want.
You'll get a shader. You'll get a shader, an emblem, or something. They'll
let me
figure
keep all those things. I'll be happy.
They'll figure something dumb out. But anyway, we'll go ahead and somebody actually figured out how to open that chest in the raid. And they got an exotic pulse rifle. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a Gjallarhorn pulse rifle, dude. It's amazing.
What?
It's $392.
We'll go ahead and cut it off there because we're approaching the hour and a half mark, and I know Tony's got to go and do the throwdown. I do want to point out a few things real quick. Multiverse Mob in chat is actually working on a sweet ass intro video for us, and it's based off the. I've seen snippets of it. It's based off the intro or the opening credits for Chrono Trigger. So it's going to be really fucking cool when it's done. I think you guys are really going to like it. And of course, next week we've got the head of Deep Silver's PR coming on the program. That's going to be cool. And then the week after that, we should have Susan Arendt from Games Radar coming on.
She's awesome. I met her a couple of times, man. She's an awesome person, man.
And then I'm hoping the next week to have the head of Red Hook, the developer of Darkest Dungeon on. So it's going to be a pretty cool 2 or 3 weeks coming up. And Multiverse Mob in chat says, I need photos from all of you, faces specifically, because he's also going to do us all up as classic game characters.
Sweet.
So, and we've talked about which characters offline, so everybody knows which character they're getting. And also, yes, send nudes to Multiverse. Everybody send a nude pic. Everybody send a dick pic. Somebody get Electivirus going and on chat. And get him to send some dick pics to
Nick, where you at?
Where you at, Nick?
His anaconda.
He's never been in chat. Somebody needs to get him in chat one day. But anyway, Tony, why don't you give Throwdown a quick plug, man?
All right, so check out Throwdown. We come on every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, and on Sundays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. We have Throwdown Your Questions, where we answer fan questions. We always have a lot of fun there. And also make sure to follow me on Twitter at Romudeth, ROMUDETH. You can see links to all my stuff that I write for the Coalition and Geek.com, and of course Throwdown. And once again, I want to thank all you guys for having me on tonight. It was a lot of fun. I like the fact that this show has gotten bigger, but it still has that same kind of rough edge around it, which I like. Of keeping a real podcast. I love that shit. I hopefully I can come back again soon.
I think Tony just said you guys really aren't all that good, but you are at the same time.
No, you guys are great, man.
We're very, very unrefined. No, seriously, Tony, we appreciate that, man. And you're always, dude, you've got an open door. You can come on whenever you want.
Sweet.
And also, do not forget to catch our sister podcast, Basement Radio Arcade Podcast, every Wednesday, not Tuesday, but Wednesday now at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Enrique is a really good guy, and he's got a really good thing going on over there. So please go and subscribe to them. I've got a big surprise for everybody next week. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is, not even the members of the podcast what it is. But expect something really cool next Thursday. So please, as Square Enix would say, please be excited for that. Does anybody have anything? Any saved rounds, as we say in the Marine Corps, Brandon? Anybody have anything they want to add? No? Okay. Well, we want to thank everybody in chat real quick for joining us. We appreciate you guys coming out to see us every week. We enjoy hanging out with you guys. A couple people have said PSX. Let's go to PSX and chat. Our ultimate goal is to get to E3 next year. So hopefully we can make that happen.
John, real quick, I almost forgot this. If you have any listeners that are going to New York Comic Con, look out for Tony. I will be there next week. It's going to be awesome.
What?
Be there. Go check that out. Go meet Tony. He's a good guy. Tony's a fucking awesome guy.
I'm not going to punch you. Don't worry about it.
But if nobody has anything else, it's been a pleasure with everybody in chat. We always love having you guys come out. And as always, it's not always poetry, and we don't always agree. But on SDGC, we always keep it real. So until next week, we will see you guys later.
Peace.